Well, I didn't think I'd be making one of these videos, but here we are. I hope you guys are off to a great 2026 so far. I really do. I've been gone for about 3 weeks now, and for those of you who are wondering, I'm fine. Everyone around me is fine. We're all good. I just need you to understand that I did not intend to be gone for this long. And to be honest, I don't think I ever will be gone for this long again. Things just kind of happen that way, you know? By the way, thank you, Rockstar, for the Vice candle and everything else you send my way. I think it's pretty safe to say that 2025 was a pretty stressful year for me. I mentioned it here before. At the beginning of last year, I decided to take on this massive backyard project for my house. And the reason I did it is because at the core, I like to consider myself a family man. I enjoy family gatherings at my house. I enjoy the company of my family and loved ones. And of course, I want to give things to my kids that I didn't have. So that makes me happy. Those are the things that make me happy. So I decided to do it. Now, I didn't expect this to be as stressful and as annoying and as emotionally and physically taxing as it was. What was meant to be 4 to 6 months ended up being way longer, took the entire year. And in fact, I'm still dealing with it. Almost done. Not quite there yet, but almost done. The worst part, thankfully, is already over. But that with the responsibility of trying to keep up with daily videos and the responsibility of still being an active father and a husband was a lot. You know, being a father, and I like to think that a lot of the active dads out there probably think the same way and as frequently as I do. But whether I'm here in the office or whether I'm driving down the road for a few minutes to go do whatever it is, or whether I got to stop Rebecca to talk to her about it, I think about this a lot. My son is about to be 11 years old and my daughter's about to be 9 years old. And you guys have seen them since they were weeks old. Obviously, my daughter has been a lot more private for obvious reasons. But I think to myself, once I live these last 10 years one more time, which I know it's scary, but they're going to come even quicker. My kids are going to be full-on adults and God knows where they're going to be in life. And just the thought of that really just scares the shit out of me, you know? When I first started this channel, we didn't have any kids, so we had a lot of free time. I could also sit here, record, post, and upload 2-3 videos a day, knowing that I could do the same thing the next day, you know? And I did that for a very long time, very frequently. And although the videos didn't get a lot of views and they probably did suck, I'm still really proud of the work that was put into that, because with that came a lot of great opportunities and met a lot of great people, and we're here because of those videos, you know? During that time, you know, Black Ops 3 rolls out and my channel starts to finally boom, and I'm finally starting to see what it feels like to be an up-and-coming YouTuber doing something you really, really love and it getting rewarded. It is an insane high that I wish every person that has touched a camera and uploaded a video on YouTube would experience. It is really hard to come off of, and you don't ever want it to go away. And it's a slippery slope because once you have that, everything else kind of gets put in the back burner, you know, especially if you're up and coming, because you want to get there. You want to achieve greatness. You want to achieve that milestone. And so during this time, you know, my son is born. We're living in an apartment, not a lot of money. Thankfully, Rebecca's parents have always been very helpful, but not a lot of money. Part-time work and school, both her and I, and then obviously me doing YouTube more full-time than work and school. And dare I say, you know, even parenting. You know, I was stuck in that room sometimes 14 hours a day, just nonstop, especially during Rainbow Six days. It was hard, man. It was hard. And I feel like it all stems to, you know, it just all comes back to this. And it's bitten me in the ass over the last, dare I say, year or so. And that's why I had to leave. This was just, it was something that has been boiling for a long time, and it finally caught up to me. And I'm kind of glad I took all that time and I sacrificed it when my kids were, itty bitty, as opposed to now where they're more aware and they'll remember these days more than those, if that makes any sense. I guess what I'm trying to say is that I cannot afford to do that anymore. I did it back then. I don't want to do it anymore. I haven't been doing it. That's probably why you guys would see sometimes I don't upload. Actually, most of the times I don't upload Fridays, and sometimes even weekends I take off, because I feel like in the future, when I look back at it, and in a future where hopefully it's not the case, in a future where this is not in my life anymore, I don't want to look back and not have this and also still be saying, my kids probably could have used a little bit more dad time. I don't want that to be my future. I want to be there for my kids. I want to spend as much time as possible. And that's what I'm doing. And as best as I possibly can, while still trying to maintain this channel going, because I love this. I could live 20 more lives and would still prefer to do this than whatever the fuck I was doing before this.
How much mats you got right now, bro?
Huh?
How much mats you got right now? Materials? How much?
Materials.
Fortnite, bro.
Oh, like
You maxed out?
So fast forward to last year. Last year was kind of weird because I felt like I didn't know where I was with this channel specifically. I was between October and December. Well, December I took off mostly, but between October and the end of November, I probably scrapped somewhere between 15 to 20 videos that I just didn't finish, didn't upload, deleted. I would start editing them. I didn't like it. I didn't want to do it. I would start recording, wouldn't finish it. I don't know what the hell was going on, but I don't know if it was burnout. I don't know if it was my space in this office. I would come here and I just didn't want to be here. Sometimes on the weekend, my son wanted to play Minecraft here, and I'm like, buddy, I've been in that office all day. I don't even want to take a look inside that room. I don't want to be there. Like, I want to be outside of that office, And I felt like there was something wrong. So one day, winter break comes around for my kids, and I decided to. I knew it was coming, but I didn't know when. So winter break comes. And that day I just woke up and I decided to fuck it. I'm just going to be gone. I'm gone for, until the winter break is over. I'm not going to do social media. I'm not going to do anything. And I didn't, I don't know. I'm just getting back right now. And I don't know what the hell is going on in the gaming industry, on Twitter. I don't know. And I'm sure I've got a shit ton of emails, but I just didn't want to have any part in it. And I needed that break. And so I was going to come after 2 weeks. And then the 2 weeks came along, kids go back to school. I sit down and I just couldn't do it. And so therefore I took another week off. I couldn't do it. And so I look back and I'm like, I got to rip this whole office clean. So that's exactly what I did. I tore everything up, moved everything away, everything. Did all the walls new, new lighting, brand new desks. I purchased 2 brand new desks and built them for me and my son right there. Everything from scratch, brand new. I felt like changing the scenery would have helped me. And right now I'm here to say that I think it did help me. I'm feeling refreshed. I feel good. It was also getting to the point where I felt like I didn't want it to become a toxic relationship between me and YouTube, just doing videos just because, shit, I got to do a video today. It was kind of getting to that point, and a lot of that was because of stress due to what I was doing back there. What I did find crazy was that just recently, the time of recording this video, I spoke with my cousin RG, which you guys have seen here. We've played a couple games together. He told me that people have been reaching out to him, asking about where I'm at, if I'm okay. And that's when I kind of figured, okay, this is kind of concerning, I mean, I was just taking a break, but I probably should have mentioned something. I just wanted to leave, And then also my other cousin, Tony, apparently our ex golf coach reached out to him saying that he was reading the comments and people were like wondering what the fuck happened to Hollow. Is he alive? So I was like, all right, you know, this is getting a little bit out of hand. I wanted to say thank you for those of you who were concerned. Again, I probably should have said something, but I just, for me, not for anybody else, but for me, I needed to just leave the space and just kind of take a step back and hopefully come back stronger, motivated, and just ready to rock and roll this year and do Let's Plays, do horror games, and do a couple of other things that I want to incorporate into the channel. Hopefully they you know, they flourish. But I definitely just needed to take that break. And I want to say thank you for those of you who've been rocking with me, who were concerned. But it's fine, you know, nothing too dramatic over here. Everything's the same. I was just taking a break. Yeah, I still want to do horrors. I still want to do Let's Plays. Last year I had a really weird time with the Let's Plays. I couldn't start a Let's Plays and finish it. Only like the really big games that I knew I was going to love, but I tried a couple other ones and I just couldn't do it. Again, I don't know what the heck it was, but I couldn't do it, and I didn't like where it was going, you know. So I had to kind of just take a hiatus, for lack of better terms, and just come back stronger. I am now sitting here in a brand new space, same space, but feels brand new. I'm feeling refreshed. I feel really good. I'm excited for some new games this year. I know we got Resident Evil coming up, and there's a bunch of great games, so many great games that I know we're gonna have a blast this year. I don't know about GTA 6, might get delayed again. I have no idea, hopefully not, but it's gonna be a good year. Again, I wanted to say thank you guys, and I just wanted to end this video off with a quote that I came across the other day that really put things into perspective for me. And maybe it'll do the same for you if you're going through something similar. What a privilege to be tired from the work you once begged the universe for. What a privilege to feel overwhelmed by the growth you once dreamed about. What a privilege to be challenged by a life you created on purpose.